A billionaire was diagnosed with a terminal illness, but the only way for him to survive was to first kill himself. He was placed inside a high-speed spinning machine. Once he completely stopped breathing, his brain's neural consciousness parameters were extracted. These parameters were then transferred into a new body, and just like that, the billionaire, who was supposed to die in a few days, came back to life. However, because consciousness cannot exist in two bodies simultaneously, his old body had to be discarded. Even though the procedure cost him a whopping $1 billion, it was well worth it for the billionaire. Not only did he regain his life, but he was also 40 years younger. In addition, he began spreading news of his own death online, while also forging a new identity for himself. This allowed him to quietly enjoy his retirement. After leaving the hospital, he moved into the 10,000 square meter mansion he had purchased in advance. Looking at the supercars parked outside, he couldn't wait to experience the kind of life he never had when he was younger. During the day, he would play basketball on the court. At night, he would bring beautiful women back home, never repeating the same one. For the first time, he realized how amazing it felt to have a young body. But one day, he suddenly started experiencing some unfamiliar fragments of memory, which caused him severe headaches. That was when he remembered the doctor's warning. Memory transplantation surgery could cause significant side effects. He rushed to the bathroom. More unfamiliar memory fragments appeared in his mind. In these flashbacks, he saw an image of a pumpkin-shaped water tower and a woman with her daughter, both of whom he didn't recognize. He had no idea why these images were appearing in his head. After recovering, driven by curiosity, he searched online for pictures of pumpkin-shaped water towers. To his surprise, he actually found it. Using the location information provided online, he decided to drive there and investigate for himself. He quickly arrived at the pumpkin-shaped water tower. This massive structure, standing dozens of meters tall, looked exactly like the one in his memories. He walked forward and arrived at a small house beneath the water tower. He knocked on the door several times, but there was no answer. So, he decided to push the door open and let himself in. The moment he stepped inside, his eyes were drawn to a photo of the unfamiliar woman. It was clear this was her home. Beside the photo was another picture, a family of 3, including the woman and a man who looked just like him. Or rather, the man in the photo was him. While he was still frozen in shock, a gun suddenly appeared behind him. The woman had returned. At first, she thought her home had been broken into, but when the billionaire turned to face her, the woman instantly broke down and collapsed to the ground. She couldn't believe that her husband, who had been missing for years, had miraculously reappeared in front of her.